Man, I'm over here sweating bullets, nigga. Over here going through. I'll lose my life over here, nigga. Oh, man, technology gotta go. What up? Welcome to the Parlay Podcast.
You good, G?
Man, brother, I just had a fight with technology and lost.
Oh, man, that's all good. We here.
You said, why am I out of breath?
It's everything happened seated. Why are you out of breath? Like you were.
Man, my wrist was moving very fast, NiNi. You don't understand how fast my wrist was moving with this mouse. I gotta light a joint. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's
Day. Look at y'all just celebrating y'all nuts walking
Celebrating.
around.
I told our guests to be here at 8:15. I thought we was going to actually start at 8 o'clock. And right now we have our special guest, Antoinette Lewis. If y'all just tuned into the Parlay Podcast, Comedienne Antoinette M. Lewis is sitting backstage right now. So we just going to have her join the Parlay Podcast right now. Y'all cool with that?
I bet.
Let's get
you
it
looking real
man.
pretty, NiNi.
Thank you.
Well,
I was going to say it, man, but I think my wife be listening to this part of the show. She stopped listening after 10 minutes. All right, y'all, let's get it to the stage, man. One and only Antoinette Lewis.
Hi.
Hey,
Hey everybody.
Antoinette, welcome. You in Quincy Jones' house, man?
The guitar. No, just
Yeah, you at Q Studios?
Nigga, what?
I've always wanted to learn to play the guitar. I couldn't do it before I had the breast reduction, so like now it's like high up on my priorities list.
Yes, come on, small titties give you access.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They're not hidden. The guitar's not hidden anymore. It's like I got to go ahead and
say bye. Okay.
Oh, hold up. So with big titties, you cannot play the guitar. I've never seen a big titty guitar player except for this guy, the Blues Festival.
It'd be too much in the way. If it's too far out, it'd be too far. Like, how the fuck you playing? Like you got scoliosis and you.
Okay, Teddy Biggums, you cannot play the guitar.
Why you think about Teddy's big titties? Why you think about Teddy's big titties and you bypass beads?
Hey, you know what? I just wanted to get my gay shit out the way. You know what I'm saying? You know, I wanted to get it early. We got guests today, man. Can we be on our best behavior, man? I'm trying to be on our best behavior. Not. Antoinette, did you see last week's episode?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
to the Q&A session with you. Like I said, I didn't want you just sitting backstage while we try to like introduce the show, talk about last week's news. You're gonna parlay with us all night, right? You kicking it with us all night, right?
I'm down. Yes, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Cause I got a piece of a sketch I'm gonna play that you did with some Chicago comedians I found pretty funny. So we definitely gonna show that. But last week we had Rome Anthony and we had Mo Good on the Parlay Podcast. And throughout the week, I felt like Parlay Podcast customer motherfucking service. Niggas didn't even say hello when I answered the phone. I was like, hello, you the messaged me in Chicago. I was like, what the fuck?
Man, I had people calling me too, bro. Daryl Mann's called like, man, yo, what happened? What? I'm like, what is going on?
I'm like, what did I do? Y'all act like I slid in Mo Good's DM.
Man, we was actually trying to de-escalate the situation. And it escalated. So
it wasn't me, man. It wasn't me. I know it wasn't you, NiNi. NiNi, the call I got about you is the call I get about every single week about you. So I'm going to show you a clip. I actually recorded myself on the phone, and maybe later on in the show I might send it to myself talking to somebody. I ain't going to play it, but this is exactly what I said. I said, how you going to escalate NiNi issues to me and she does the same shit to me? Like, I'm the wrong supervisor to escalate the shit to, okay? Don't escalate it to me. If you got an issue with NiNi, go slide in her DM. I'm gay for an hour and a half every week, and I'm okay with that.
Okay, so happy Pride Month.
Happy Father's Day, happy Juneteenth, happy one nigga survived on a plane in India Day, man. Happy.
Happy.
So Antoinette, thank you so much for joining us today, man.
Thank you for having me.
No doubt. Just want to get people to know you. First of all, NiNi, is this your first time meeting Antoinette?
Yes, hi.
Hi, NiNi. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
So Antoinette, you're in good company with NiNi. NiNi is a champion for the ladies. Anytime that we say anything derogatory about women, we have to be homosexual. That is NiNi's moniker of success. But Antoinette, what made you want to hop on the parlay today, man? I know you reached out to Brother Rob and said you want to hop on. What's going on in your world?
There's a lot going on in the comedy world overall. Let's see. I don't know. To give you a little bit of history about me, I'm a farmer first. Or I came from the regular working world, working for the lottery. I worked as a real estate broker. Then
Hold up, farmer, like cattle and crops?
Now I do crops, and I'm gonna go back to chickens. I'm gonna go back to chickens, and then I'm gonna add in goats, bees eventually.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh boy, she out
The
here.
goal being to teach and to spread sustainability, because it's the unsustainable lifestyle of Americans today that's kind of like tearing up the planet. It's the unsustainable lifestyle that people are trying to fight for, and it's like, no, we need to do something revolutionary. So I'm into sustainable lifestyle and sustainable living. I took the last 10 years to homeschool my child and grow my farm. And at the end of 10 years, I realized I hadn't spent much time focusing on, a social life or a relationship life. And so I've always been in good contact with my therapist the entire time. With therapy, I'm a huge advocate for mental health. God, don't let the stress build up, fuck up your body, fuck up. I'm sorry, I'm doing all the cuss
You
words.
can say fuck up.
Don't nobody give a fuck about no cussing on this show, man. Hey, look, we ain't even all the way monetized yet. I don't even think YouTube know about this show yet, even though it's on there. Say what you want to say, Antoinette, because we're gonna get into the thick of things. I don't want to be messy off jump.
Yes, you do.
But I must say, Antoinette, you and I share a social media platform together. Do we? Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
And I understand that you've been navigating your way around Chicago comedy, and you have formulated relationships. Real quick, before we get into it, two people that you rocked with, Shamika Finley, Ballhead Phillips. Let me play this real quick. Let them know how you get down on the sketch side real quick. I'll be right back.
Got an event this weekend. Sammy is 27 and 29. Exactly. Junior graduating and getting his NBA. Okay? What, on 2K? What are you talking about, man? I'm not buying no grown man, no dude. It's gonna be a problem. It's a problem for her. It ain't no problem for me and you. Wait a minute. You don't want no more kids, you know. You want a dad nigga who ain't taking care of his kids? You ain't got to worry about what me I got going on behind. Last thing, Ronnie A. What was the last thing, Ronnie A? You tell me. Don't you cook? I cook, but what did I cook though? I don't stay at your house, so I don't know and I don't care. You should worry about your kids, Leon. What do you worry about the ladies? I will call you a hoe, huh? But the woman up in the club, okay? Don't worry about the woman up in the club. I see that's where your hair got trying to talk to that shit. God don't like no other or that weave. I'm out. God told me to buy this doobie wop. It's a bang and a head body in one piece.
Good Lord. Hey, man, give it up for that, man. Y'all out here doing sketch comedy, man. Antoinette, you got a chance to work with comedian Ballhead Phillips and comedian Shamika Finley. I know that comedian Ballhead Phillips, he's a veteran comedian out of Chicago. Shamika Finley actually used to be part of my group, the Dream Team of Comedy, so I'm very familiar. You did a great job. Did that hair accidentally get caught, or was that part of the sketch?
No, that was completely accidental.
Damn.
That thing was held on by 3 combs. I was like, I gotta be real. I gotta think about what I'm gonna do to get out this move, because it was about to be looking like this all of a sudden. And this ain't like too much forehead, but when it comes from having bangs to this much forehead, it's like, whoa, bitch.
I see you decided not to wear the bang and bun combo today. I see you.
successfully growing my edges back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to go ahead and show that off.
Hey, congratulations to that, man. So that was fun to watch. So you've been navigating around the city. I see that you and I we did a show with comedian D Patrick out there
Yeah.
at the club Vibes out in Indiana. I had a great time with you that night, by the way. And I know that you were frequent at Riddle's Comedy Club every Monday night, and something went left. NiNi, this is where the shit gets a little different.
Mm-hmm.
So, Antoinette, can you tell us a little bit without, because I know that you were doing a lot of messages, a lot of posts on Facebook, and unfortunately, since I had to do the reboot, I don't have those posts available right now. Can you kind of run us through exactly what transpired with Riddles?
Okay, what transpired with Riddles? And I want to address this, and I'm just addressing it to clear up any misgivings about my name or the name of the other person involved. Okay. Um, Riddles is a great comedy spot. And for me, it's a huge loss. Since I started comedy May 29th at Red Room. I met a comedian there who told me about Riddles, and I had been going to Riddles ever since. I've also been doing open mics ever since, like at least 4 to 5 a week. And
You said
Riddles
May
has just been,
29th?
huh?
You said May 29th, isn't
Since
it?
May 29th.
We
So
got
that
Ella
was my
Ford in the comments. He
anniversary.
said, Ella Ford said say names. Oh, I didn't.
Okay, so I don't have to say names.
You
Okay.
could
You
say
do whatever
names
you
on this
feel
show,
comfortable.
man. This is, you know what show you on today, NiNi? I mean, Antoinette, I didn't hit I did tap this a little bit. I'm over here
It's the
saying the wrong name.
parlay.
Antoinette.
It's parlay. It's the parlay. So we're gonna
Goddamn
parlay.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Father's Day.
And it's Father's Day.
No,
Okay.
we don't want any first of all, we don't want to do anything where we're gonna be held liable for misinformation or anything like that. But if it's your story, if it's your story that you want to share, you reached out to the Parlay Podcast, and I feel like it's a lot of depth to what went on at Riddles. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know I called her the wrong name, Alan. Damn it.
Okay.
But
So
just tell your shit. All
when I
right.
got to Riddles, uh the hosts who were there, they were noticeably burnt out, and everybody was saying, yeah, they're burnt out. They weren't, wasn't music every week, which is kind of the only reason that's a bad thing is because it's a comedy club. And if you're actually set up to have everything that you need as a comedy club, then you should, behave like you're in a comedy club every week. But I have nothing bad to say about those guys that were running it. I was brand freaking new. I was full of vigor about the thing, and I wanted everything to be shits and giggles. I wanted everything to be happy, honky dory. So after about a month, they switched. So I'm hanging out at Riddles every week. I have been a homebody for the past 10 years. As I said, I was taking care of my kids.
All right, let me
I
cut the
was
bullshit. Let me cut the bullshit
shit.
real quick. So
What?
prior to the current host, you're referring to you were there when Will Hill was hosting, right?
Yes.
Okay, I
And
just want to make sure everybody keep this in context. You tune into the Parlay Podcast. Antoinette Lewis is our special guest today, and you were frequently going when Will Hill, Alan Ford, they were
yeah,
over Riddles. Then
from
after
the
that,
first time I hit the radio.
we got new host of Riddles Comedy Club, Smitty
Right.
Smith, said more, and they've been doing an okay job. They've been doing pretty good. Now we got the names out there. Go ahead, finish that motherfucking story.
Okay, so I went there every week. I caught a little crush on a comedian, hung out with him for about a week, and found out that he wasn't my type. And I'd seen that there were some that was the first time I noticed that a lot of male comedians have attention from a lot of other female comedians, and that means when people say that there's competition in comedy, they're not just talking about competition on who's going to make somebody laugh harder. They're talking about competition for, for
The dick.
attention. Yeah, for dick, for pussy, for dick,
Okay.
for all.
What?
So this was the first time that I
NiNi
noticed
when we
it.
Yeah,
said dick.
what?
This is the first time I noticed it. I have noticed it with several other people, so I don't want to demonize anybody. But I've noticed that a lot of people have, I don't want to demonize anybody. So that's the way shit was going. And I was like, okay, that's something that person does. I want to keep going to Riddles because there's so many people at Riddles that I get to interact with. And on a daily basis, I'm interacting with potato plants. On a daily basis, I'm interacting with cabbage plants. And to me, it was crucial to get around people. My therapist even told me so. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep going here because there's always people here. They hang out till it's all done. We get to laugh on one another's jokes. I used to watch everybody's comedy back there. I used to stay there and stay in the room and watch everybody do their show, and it's great. I learned to pick up. The person who I started doing comedy clubs with was somebody who I met doing Second City, doing a class at Second City, and that person switched up on me at that time, and they
And who was that?
it's a young cat, a 28-year-old comedian whose name I don't want to put out there because he may not have been right. I might have just not picked up on all the cues. But that person ended up, they stopped talking to me, and then my house started getting broke into. And then when I tried to address them about it, uh, they just kind of walked away.
So hold up.
And
So you
so
think the person that you kind of fell out with might have had something to do with your house being broken into? Like, because it was
I'm relatively sure that they did, yeah. Just with
yikes.
the history that
This
they
is
had and everything like that. So
wild.
that was like my first real bad interaction with a comedian. And one of the hosts at that time, when I told him about it, he was like, you can't have problems at the comedy clubs. You can't address things like that at the comedy clubs, and you don't want to mess up anybody's career. And I was like, you're right. I don't want to mess up anybody's career. This is a young cat. He's in his 20s. He doesn't know. He's not
Damn, they Cassied you.
more than once. So
What?
I let that
What?
shit slide. I let that shit slide. I didn't address it with the law. When I did address it at Riddles, because at one point I was new to being back to drinking, and I had to drink too many, and I ended up throwing up at Riddles, going to the bathroom at the taco place. I probably shouldn't keep saying this place's name, but going to the taco place. And when I came back, the guy who was not talking to me at the time, he had moved my car. And when I got back in my car, not only had he moved it, but now I had a tire light that was flashing like something was wrong with one of my tires.
Oh, slow
And
leak, flange your tires.
I don't know what he did, but it never leaked. It never went down. But when I addressed him about that, I did do that at Riddles, and the owner there told me I should be flattered that the young man was interested in me.
Excuse the fuck out of me.
I told her, I was like, I'm afraid that he's broken into my house, and she was like, you should be flattered. And
Excuse the fuck out of me.
so I never really had any other interactions with the owner there until
And
almost right
that's
before.
Patty, right? The owner.
I don't want to say people's names. She did send me a legalese to say that I'm not allowed to go back up there, and I can't say anything defamatory
Oh,
about it.
slow
What the
up. So
fuck?
you're banned from
What
Riddles.
the fuck?
I'm banned from Riddles right now.
And Bobby, you said you didn't want to motherfucking be messy?
I'll say I don't
Hey,
want
if
to eat
Bobby just
fast
finished,
food too.
hey,
I'm gonna
look,
tell y'all this. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Every day I'll
I
be
asked,
like, I don't want to eat no fast.
I asked Antoinette to come on the show. I reached out to her to tell her side of the story.
So
So NiNi, this ain't on me.
You are being very kind right now. And I understand you are trying not to say too much without saying too much, baby. What the fuck are we talking about? Like, what happened and what happened? And fuck Riddles, not fuck Riddles, but fuck Riddles. If they're gonna ban you, say what the fuck happened.
Hey, real shit though. Let me just check in with the parlay people out there. If y'all just tune in to the
Yeah,
parlay
but she
podcast, we got special guest
got, but if the owner, my
Antoinette
bad.
Lewis is on the Parlay Podcast right now. She's sharing her story. She currently just told us that she got banned from Riddles Comedy Club in lieu of a few accusations that she made in regards to some comedians up there, and she's no longer able to come up there anymore.
But
no, the accusations were way in the beginning of my commission.
This is from May 29th, like this year, May 29th, like 2 weeks ago, May 29th.
No, you asked about what was up with Riddles. This is my
Yeah.
experience at Riddles. After a while, I did, I will admit that I had a crush on one of the hosts, and that we both agreed that that was not a good idea.
Man, said get
Um,
all the ladies, man.
n- okay, sure.
It wasn't
And
fair because he got titties. You see how disgusted she was a little bit.
I'm not discussing. I just know that y'all already.
Who
Okay.
is it? Say it, Bobby. Shit.
Okay, this is called do a little deductive reasoning because that was a joke. So, um,
Deductive reasoning. But no, real talk. If Patty got legal paperwork saying she can't say nothing bad about Riddles, I don't want her
I don't
to
want you
get
to say
fucked
it.
up.
You don't say it.
so let me ask you this:
I
did you
say
get
it.
summoned, or did you have to appear in court? Was it police
No,
involved?
I got a messenger post. I got a messenger message from the Riddles uh messenger from the Riddles page, and then from Patty's page. And then I asked Patty about it on her page, and she said, "Yes, I know what I had my lawyers to send you."
Uh,
So,
you first of all, nothing is legal if they sent it through a fucking messenger, bitch. They gotta deliver it to you in the what is we talking about? What kind of Sanford and Son type of fucking law office you sending me through Facebook Messenger a fucking legal document? What kind of shit is that?
I'm gonna
I
take
don't
Alan
know.
Ford's advice. I'm gonna let you finish.
So
I'm
you
gonna
want
let
to
you
know what
finish.
happened 2 weeks ago? What happened 2 weeks ago was we everybody showed up like normal. It was Memorial Day week. Uh, I bought my 2 drinks. I got ready to go on stage, and then Smitty decided to cancel the show. He was given an you could call it a motivational speech about how willing he is to work with everybody. Smitty and I do not work together. He's not willing to work with me. He uh, he also said that we weren't marketing the open mic. When I had a flyer for a show that I was doing, I put the open mics, all the open mics I do on a regular basis, I put them on the back of the flyer so that when I was telling people, hey, this is a show for women, but I'm putting this in a man's hand, I'm gonna turn it over and I'm gonna say, these are the places where you can see me the rest of the week. So I knew I was marketing. I did that at least 1,500 times because I was marketing my own show.
Right.
I also put it out on the internet every week that I go there. I also was the one who suggested that we have a sketch comedy group called the Riddles Regulars because people would enjoy seeing us work together and then being able to say, I know where I can go see those people in real life. It is the comedy club around the corner. Um, so all those things had happened. All those things were great and good. I knew I had done that much work to promote the mic, and so I got up and walked out. I got up and walked out, and Smitty starts to say to everybody that I don't care about the comedy world, I don't care about my career, and I'm not dedicated. So I turned around and I walked back in to say the things I just told you all. And before I got a word out, he said, "You're not allowed to speak. I'm going to call the police on you, and you'll be banned from Riddles forever." And I mean, it was so sudden. It seemed like it came out of nowhere. The other guy said was just telling me, calm down. He's just being emotional. There have been things that happen at Riddles that would make me very emotional, that have made me very emotional. But it is my job as a woman to make sure that I don't appear emotional on the job. And so I kept my emotions to myself. This man goes through an emotional moment, screams at a single woman who can't answer back, not only because he's on stage, but because I don't yell at people's husbands. I'm not about to fight no man. So I'm just like, that was an ugly thing. And it looked like that was the reason that I got kicked out. I honestly believe that there was a lot more to it, that it had been, an ongoing complaint. Why? Because, like I said in the beginning, I had had a crush on the man. We had hung out together. When we hung out together, the last day that we hung out together was actually the day that uh, I felt like it was the first time he made Google eyes at the woman he ended up marrying, and that happened right in my face. So the fact that I was there to witness it, I feel like she's always been insecure. And then Smitty's style of comedy is that he gets on stage and says, "I got a girlfriend now, but I cheat on her," and then him and his girlfriend make a "We listen but we don't judge" that says, "Hey." She says, "Hey, I put your toothbrush in the toilet bowl," and he goes, "I cheat on you," and they both laugh like it's a big joke. So he made her insecure. And then the fact that I go up there every week and I'm one of the only females who's there on a regular weekly basis, and she knows that at one point we considered one another, and even though he chose her in my face, even though she married him, She came back from the day that they got married, went to the club that following Monday, and was mad that it was my birthday and that I had dressed up. Girl, you have the man. You have won
Oh, so
the
you was looking
prize
fly
of your
that
life.
night.
Huh?
So you was looking
I
fly
dressed
that
up.
night.
I was looking fly. I would have imagined if I got married, I would have been looking fly too. I would have imagined that she would have outdressed me by a ton. She just didn't decide to dress up that day. I'm not going to, talk bad about her. They got a lot of kids together. That's a lot of responsibility. But still, don't be mad at me. I feel like it's messed up to find out that if a comedian is running something and then his wife is insecure, you could lose your positioning. I lost a trip to Atlanta that was connected with Riddles. I lost all the connections that I formed over the past year. I'm recovering isolation addict. I've been by myself a lot. So a lot of friends like Sambo, like Jacoby, people who I've never seen at any of the other clubs, they're just, lost to me now. They're just friends I won't see anymore. And I don't know. It seems like it would have been just a lot more effective to ban me from the mic or any of those times when I was like, hey, seems like things get more stressful sometimes when, if your wife, do you want me to not come to the mics or should I find another regular spot on Mondays? That was a question I asked to both of the hosts, and both of them said I was crazy, keep coming, we're having a great time. And then
Wow.
one day I get screamed at and it's over. I hope that settles a lot of the dust. I heard that somebody mistook what I said. I did get sexually assaulted since I've been in comedy by a comedian. It wasn't either of the hosts at
Man,
Riddles.
hey, I thank you for at least clearing that part up, man. Because
Yeah.
I did see Mo Goods live when she came back for Smitty for saying what he said under Rome, and I was like, damn. And I was actually fearful for you to be here today because I'm like, man, I hope this isn't a sexual assault thing that we about to put on Smitty because I don't have an issue with Smitty. I'm just a truth seeker and a truth listener. So go ahead and continue. Thanks for clearing that up.
I don't have an issue with Smitty either. I think that it's unfortunate that I don't know. I guess it's just the way that he's run things up there that people think that if there's a female who could stand to be there longer than a couple weeks in a row, that they're kind of in compliance with this secret code or whatever. So it's like I had females coming up to me in the past year, and they would warn me about Smitty, but nobody would warn me that he was a sexual assault or anything like that. They warned me that he's gonna make you feel stupid in the end. You know,
But did you know
apparently,
that he was like in a relationship prior to the crush?
I had a crush on him before the relationship, and then
Okay.
like I said, he was getting up on stage on a regular basis saying, "I got a girlfriend, but I cheat," and so I just barely eye fucked. We eye fucked. How's that? Oh, okay, we make eyes at one another, but he is in a relationship. I don't want a cheater. I don't want somebody who wants to cheat with me. I want somebody who's either wants to be with me or wants to be with who they're with. So
Tyree,
maybe
that is not the case, man. That is not how my math works, sir.
what?
He said truth seeker slash listener equals messy. That is not how my algebra works. Okay.
I don't. I hope that I'm not being messy. I hope that I'm just clearing stuff up
No,
because a
you're
lot of people
fine.
did think
I
Antoinette,
that I
tell
just,
was
your
I just,
messy.
story.
internet. I just need to clear the timeline because I'm still a little confused. Like, when did you start comedy, sweet?
I started comedy May 29th, 2024.
May 29th,
Last year.
2024.
Yeah.
Last
Happy
year.
anniversary. You just
Yeah,
celebrated your comedy
oh yeah,
anniversary.
happy one. Yeah, happy
Yeah.
1 year.
I got kicked out of Riddles May 28th, so the day before.
Okay, that's a hell of
Okay.
an anniversary present, isn't it?
It was. It was.
And so you was doing a lot of comedy circuits. Like you were doing riddles a lot. You were out there.
When I first found Riddles, I stuck there every week, and then I was doing like 3 shows every other night of the week. I'd find 3 other ones downtown and go do those. And so in the beginning, I was doing like close to 10 to 12 shows or open mics a week
Oh no.
because I was always. But Riddles was one that got its own night because There was always at least 20 comedians there, so the show was going to go all night. If any of the 20 comedians brought audience members, then the place would feel even more full.
So
It was
they were making it a
diverse.
bringer show, like you basically earned your right to perform often there by bringing people. Like why would
No, but it just made it night. But everybody is encouraged to bring audience, and
okay.
everybody is encouraged to promote. Everybody is encouraged to really, if they were smart, that would be some place where you could go to learn how to promote yourself as a comedian, because you have all these lower level comedians who want to be big name comedians, and there's so many steps that you got to take, such as getting out to regular mics and networking the right way and getting on shows, and a lot of that, I don't know, a lot of it can be hard to figure out. A lot of it can be hard to navigate. So since it's comedy 7 nights a week, and that's really the part that pisses me off. He could have just took me off Mondays and let me have, all these other big famous people who come in during the rest of the week, and let me have the option, the chance to meet them. But instead, because of the way they decided to do things, I'm not allowed to come up there at all.
So you got banned from Riddles because you didn't promote the open mic, and you
No, I got banned because I walked back into the room when he was saying that we didn't promote the mic. I walked back into the room and he started screaming at me. So that was the official last straw for Patty. But somebody had been complaining to Patty before that, saying that I caused disturbances at Riddles, and there couldn't be anything further from the truth. Like, I'm just up there like every other comedian, trying to have a good time, a laugh, try to make people laugh, so I can get better at my craft. So I've never had like fights up there other than the one incident I told you about in the very beginning. I've never had any other incidents up there. So somebody told
So
Patty that I
do you
did.
think it was maybe Smitty because he wanted to
I
create a
believe that
wedge between his wife and you because you were crushing
his
on him?
wife, no, not because I was crushing on him, because his wife, because the man got married. The man has 18, 14 kids, something like that. Um,
17.
yeah, he gets on stage, and I really thought the wife was gonna be out of there, because who wants somebody who's gonna get on stage and say, I cheat on this woman, I cheat on this woman. But like, he married her and they must be happy together. And I can only assume that since he did have that option to date me, but he chose her, and then he didn't just choose her, he chose to stay with her. He didn't just choose to stay with her, he chose to make that his wife. He gave her his last name. They're having another child together. I can only assume that they're happy, and I had to back off 1000%. What I went through might have felt a little bit like a whiplash, and that's why I said I can admit that I was emotional. Like, oh, because they eloped. He he. You saw the post.
So
They went
so they
from
got married and you got pissed.
no, no. You can't get pissed about somebody choosing to marry somebody that's not you. You would look so sad and desperate if somebody chose to marry something. Like, would I expect to happen at this point? One, he's not going to back out of what he has with his wife. He's married. He's happy. I can only assume he is married and happy. Why? Because he doesn't allow me to come home. He doesn't tell me he's not happy. All this other stuff. It is very easy to divest yourself emotionally from somebody that you have not had sex with. A lot of the females who were coming up to me and warning me about him, they had gone ahead and done the deed, and that is why you now have this deep feeling of betrayal. That is why you now feel this deep feeling of emotional shame, because you went and you did the thing. And I hate to say it, but he has a way of being able to get somebody to want to have sex without having any verbal contracts made. Me personally, I can't go without verbal contracts. That's the whole point of
I'm
celibacy.
sorry. Let's tap back into this verbal contract for a second. So, what's the bullet points of the verbal contract of getting dick down?
A lot of women are trying to go for no reason. A lot of women wouldn't go with somebody who didn't have a home, and who didn't have a home or any money, because that would be like that's giving away their body. That's giving away their power. So for a person who's in that position, they don't have a home, they don't have money, they might learn to I fuck effectively. They might learn to, hey, You got to be this good at keeping secrets or whatever it is that they do. So now they can get you to the feeling of, oh, look at the way he's eye fucking me. He must be really into me. He must really think about me a lot. He must really care about me because he eye fucks me all the time. The whole time you're getting more and more horny and more, into the ideas that are happening in your head. And then when it comes down to it, you haven't talked to him. He hasn't changed whatever he said to you in the beginning about not wanting a woman, not being able to afford one, not being able to take care of one at this point of his life, having too many kids. At this point, all that shit's gone out your head because he's been eye fucking you, and you are convinced that even though he's got all those things going, that he can't stop thinking about you.
You sure it wasn't like a cataract or maybe?
That's what I was like. Smitty got a little. Smitty eye a little lazy. That's it. His eye a little lazy.
But have you ever seen a man with a lazy eye or cockeyed as he is, and still got women wanting to make them cockeyed babies? And his babies ain't cockeyed. I'm not trying to call his children names, but women are risking the cockeyedness. They're risking that lazy eye. You know what I'm saying? Because he's got that way. So you're thinking, okay.
You mean Smitty with the hat and the bandana? Smitty, like the jorts? Don't he wear jorts?
He ain't an ugly man. Stop playing. So
I
anyway,
he was ugly. He's somebody type. Somebody reproduced with him a bunch of times.
A whole lot of people want to reproduce. But anyway, that's not because I don't want to make this about. I don't want to make this about dogging the man, but he does have a way. And then once you do that, then you go and get into some private space with him. No, wait a second. You get into some private space with him, and now you go moving forward because you're convinced of this new contract that happened only in your head while you were doing this eye thing, and now you have consented. You have given yourself in sex without a verbal consent, and him without any verbal contract to take care of you or to show you that you have any meaning to him afterwards. So when it's done, he's able to walk away scot-free, and a lot of women would feel taken advantage of, stupid, highly offended.
Smitty fucking the bitches.
So these women are coming at me. These women are coming at me, warning me that he's gonna make me feel stupid, and I'm just looking at them like I don't understand how. I've been celibate. I did celibacy for 10 years.
Open mic to be cracking bitches. Are you crazy?
I've been celibate for 10 years, and so one of my things is a verbal contract needs to be in place. So I know what the fuck I'm about to deal with. Because I know that once you get back into the groove of things where that goes, limerence will take over my mind, and I don't want to be limerent.
Oh no, man! You can't be saying words I don't know the definition of and keep talking, man. I'm sorry. What takes?
You was finna crack a bitch who used the word limerence. Okay.
I don't know what that shit means, man. I gotta look that shit up. Go ahead and finish.
Limerence is when you've starved yourself for something, and then you find a source for that thing that you've starved yourself from. Whoever's giving it to you, okay, if you starved yourself for food, if somebody can come along and give you dog shit, you'd be like, more please. And limerence is basically the emotional equivalent of that.
Yes, girl. Oh, I know you homeschooled your kids, okay?
Yeah. Say this, man. I don't care how hungry I am. I'm not eating no dog shit. But I kind of understand what you're saying. So you was
celibate for 10 years.
10 years celibate. Next thing you know,
that's why you said I fucked because his eye was lazy, so he was giving you eye contact, baby. That's just eye contact. Let me tell you something, okay? Do you see how many fucking babies that man got? All he know how to do is fuck, okay? And lie. Fuck and lie. How many times you can break a happy home? That nigga got 12 homes. He got 7 babies by 18 baby
God
homes.
damn, Diddy, that's a friend of the show, man. We trying to stay even kill. We can't.
I love Smitty, but you can't look at a nigga with all them kids and be like, that nigga ain't shit. That nigga ain't shit.
My baby daddy had 8 kids. No, he told me he had 5 kids. And then I met his mama, and his mama told me I was having his 8th baby.
Your baby daddy.
My baby daddy. So I don't judge.
That's you, baby. You coming denominator. You like the
I don't judge unless we're talking about who's gonna be in my household. And Smitty's not gonna be in my household. So however he does things on his own, whatever gift he has with women. As a matter of fact, like I really wish that he would choose to use his gift as an audience catcher. Because the way
What is he doing? Tell me, like, give me an example of what he. Happy Father's Day, Smitty, all them damn kids.
Yeah.
Happy Daddy's Day, Pappy.
He's just talented in how he deals with people and how he talks with people, and he knows the methods to get things to sway in a certain direction.
What he be saying? Because I just talked to him and he talked like he read with his finger. So what he be saying?
Huh?
What he be
It's
saying?
not what he says. It's not. He's well with
I should
me.
have did a disclaimer before this episode. NiNi, I don't. You know what? What do we be saying? What do we be saying?
I don't know if
Answer
he
NiNi
says the
question.
same thing to. I don't know if he says the same thing to everybody. And the fact that I took the things that he was saying to me at face value and still wanted to kind of talk to the guy, you know, I'm not exactly proud to put it out there. So
well, it wasn't your fault, Antoinette. You know, because you said you was at home and you was celibate, baby.
yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have been my fault if I'd been out in the streets fucking, but it's still just like
a little
honestly,
bit. Because if
look,
you out in the streets and you fucking and you got by Smitty, it's your fault a little bit, bitch. You should have known better.
But here, my thing is this.
I gotta agree with NiNi.
My thing is this. I would like to believe, rather than believe that I just happen to like men who don't have anything going or who are homeless or whatever else. I like me a homosexual or something like that. Rather than say that, I will say that I identified. I was like, mentally,
you're a loser whisperer.
I mentally identified.
Whoa, not a loser whisperer. That's wild.
I refuse
oh
to
my
I would rather believe that I met a man who was ready to change, and looking for a wife, and he just didn't choose me, and I'm not bitter. I would have liked to have been able to stay at Riddles, but the way that he was before, added up with his wife and how important she is to him, he made her insecure. I'm not even gonna say that she's an insecure bitch or anything like that. He made her insecure because of the jokes that he was telling, and then it made it impossible for me to continue with what I was doing.
So do you think that's the only reason why you were banned is because of that situation with Smitty? Honestly.
What else? I mean, what have you heard?
I don't travel that far out that way. I don't go all the way out there, but it seems like if that is the reason why, that is wild.
Let's just say for whatever reason, I was the only one that she was worried about. And I'm going to assume that that's because I was there every week. And she thought that I was there every week trying to climb up her husband's ass. And really, I'm there because there's 50 dudes at Riddles every week. And a chance to meet new people every week. There's, it was just a live scene. That's all. And
that's a lot of stuff going on. So you promised Mr. LeCraig that you wouldn't address this, but I'm like I said, I'm happy that you are, because it's easier to get stuff off your chest and to keep stuff held in. But you also mentioned that you got sexually assaulted, and again, we on YouTube. I don't think we're supposed to use that term. Essayed by another comedian in the game. So aside from the whole Smitty situation, which seems just like a weird imaginary love triangle in a sense that went awry, definitely want to try to keep things as professional as possible when it comes to comedy. That's how I like to move. Once you start mixing dick and pussy and a microphone, shit goes weird.
But there seems, I don't know, it seems like it's happening all over comedy. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, yeah, because these niggas is not the only way they get pussy. Most comedians are not attractive. The reason why they get pussy is because they make a bitch chuckle or they promise her some stage time. You do not have to fuck these comedians to get on stage. You do not have to fuck. Please don't fuck these comedians to get on. If you want to know who the fuck, just ask. These niggas hand out dick like bus passes, okay? Somebody in there has fucked him and will tell you if the dick is worth it or not. Most of it is not, bitch. They can't even keep it up for a full sentence, girl. Don't do it. Let these niggas help you laugh on stage, and that's the fuck it. These niggas is not attractive. They don't get money. Comedians get paid in chicken wings and drinks, bitch. Your life is gonna be horrible. You be the funny one.
I'm different though, so
no, you're
I
not
don't know.
that. Don't let these niggas. Don't let these hotep niggas tell you different, bitch.
They don't have to tell me I'm different. I'm a farmer and a homeschool mom. I've been divorced from the rat race for 6 or 7 years now. I'm different because my goals are different. I'm different because like I've already gotten to the point where I got peace in my life. I got happiness in my life. A nigga won't get into my life to pull me down or out of that because
thank you.
I'm already there. Like
I like how you demand and you set your boundaries and you said you ain't fucking Smitty because girl, you would have been pregnant. That man is fertile, okay?
That would have been great. I want to get pregnant, but the problem.
Smitty the only nigga I know who could do gay sex and get a man pregnant, nigga. That nigga is fertile.
And y'all need to worry about that shit.
I quit. I ain't got a dog in the fight. That's my nigga though. Hey.
The man can have any hole he wanted in Chicago. That's a talent. And he could make a huge profit off of it if he used his powers for good instead of for evil. He probably wouldn't have accusations made against him too. So I don't know.
Wow.
But what's deeper than that though, because you've already stated that he didn't do anything forcibly. It just seems like possibly, a lot of things were misconstrued, and then he popped up with a wife, and that shit even looked even more weirder to you. But in regards to, do you have like a legal case pending or anything with the comedian with the alleged sexual assault?
Oh, yeah, there's a rape kit waiting. What? And the results of the rape kit will that's gonna be how I go forward.
So without saying any names, because we definitely don't want to do that if that's the case, but was it a veteran comedian, a newer comedian that we talking about here?
It was an ugly fucking comedian, and I'm pissed.
That could be either one. According to NiNi.
Okay. Was it a veteran comedian? I don't even fucking know. When I first got into comedy, I was fresh out the house and I was hanging out with people really quick, especially comedians that other comedians put me in contact with really quick. And after that, I learned to slow down, not be in everybody's face. Yes, I'm out the house for the first time in 10 years, but shit, be safe. And I felt like I was too old for something stupid to happen to me, but apparently not. So
I'm sorry you had to go through that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. There's a reason in the Bible, it's a difference between raping a virgin and raping somebody who's not. Because the virgin, I understand, you break down and it's like, what's happening? I can't believe this. Me, I was just like, I don't believe this shit. This motherfucker's not gonna stop. Like, just it's a different type of trauma, and it's
so I know that, and I was talking to Ronnie George about this. Shout out to Ronnie George and Sheldon Calhoun. Had a great time with y'all last night, man. Pause, man. We did a show together out there in Darien, Illinois. Alcohol, I haven't drank in 4.5 years, Antoinette, and I feel like my relationship with comedy changed up. So what's your relationship with alcohol and comedy? Are you getting drunk like every night that you go out and do this shit?
Mm-mm. So I've lost 70 pounds last year, and one of the things I learned about alcohol is that if you drink alcohol, if you drink liquor especially, your liver is not going to process the fat from your body for 4 days. And so I'm very sparing of how I drink.
Got you. Okay. I'm not saying, I would never say that it's your fault or anything like that. That's beyond me. As far as the relationship that you have with comedy, though, I know it's a big party environment. If you go into these open mics, you're not getting paid. You're starting to get to know a lot of people. So I would just say practice some discernment. Allowed a lot of people to get close to you.
Are people trying to say I was alcoholic?
No, not at all. I'm just asking because you said that you got drunk, you threw up in the bathroom at
You did
Riddles.
say you got drunk. You threw up at the
I
Riddles.
threw up at the bathroom at the taco place.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Trying to keep ice out. You're doing it for the Mexicans. I see what you did there. Um, I'm just saying, just be careful. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I don't want to say that Smitty is bad, or I don't want to take this one side story and say that whoever
Whoever
you're talking.
assaulted you is bad, and you need to save your name because it's been. I mean, allegedly. Well, what the fuck?
The
Because
reason, like, I'm really am embarrassed by who it was. I feel like, yeah, they had access, even though I knew that there wasn't gonna be any hanky panky or anything. But just because I went over their house, just because, like, I feel stupid now because now, like, the police literally told me, like, you can't hang out at men's houses overnight anymore. Like, why? And it's, to me, I'm like, why? You know, and it's like, damn, you lost 70 pounds. You had you're not the girl with the pretty face and the nice attitude anymore. You're perceived differently, and people will take advantage of what they see as an opportunity.
Yeah,
So
congratulations on the weight loss, by the way.
yeah, it feels good. It feels good. I seen you out there working out. You gonna experience it too. It's
Yeah, maybe 3 or 4 years, but thank you. Um,
It'll take
so,
that long. Do some
so
squats.
Antoinette Lewis has pulled up to the Parlay Podcast, apparently the messiest podcast in Chicago. We
And I've told
appreciate you
all the
so much for
business. I'm so
sharing
sorry.
sharing your
that's
story.
your
No,
experience. That is your
it's
experience.
good.
Tell it.
It's okay, Antoinette. I appreciate you. So back to your story about riddles. Is there any light at the end of the tunnel where you think you'd be able to come back, get unbanned? Because it sounds like that's a fixable situation.
I don't know how to fix it. Not in communication with Patty. I'm not in communication with either of the hosts. Um, I just put all this information out there, which I can only imagine isn't going to make either one of them feel any better about me. So I've been told I have to let it go. I have to let the location go, even though there's all these great connections to be made up there. And I have to approach comedy in a new way. So in my second year of comedy, I'm going to have to figure out something else that works. And it's
And
not going to be going
you were
with.
pretty hurt about that though, because you were there every time I've come to Riddles, and I only come to the open mic night maybe like once every quarter just to check in, see how Sid and Smitty are doing. But you're there every time I come, and you post a lot in regards to that. You try to get people out. You're becoming a staple in the Chicago comedy community.
Whenever since I started comedy, I've told people that that was where they could see me, and so my whole community kind of knows that about me. And now it's something I gotta withdraw. So
Wow, wow.
yeah,
Oh, sorry, baby girl.
it's cool. It is cool. I think that
I
the
also
biggest
just
thing
want
I
to
want to
mention,
go
if you're just tuning in, Rob invited Antoinette to the Parlay Podcast. Rob sitting up
Yeah,
there quiet. Rob, this your fault.
absolutely. I mean, she deserved to tell her story. I just wanted to know what happened and get to the bottom of it. And the main reason was everybody was assuming that the essay case was about Smitty and the host, and it wasn't. So we got that cleared up.
I'm glad we
Good
cleared
shit.
that up.
Yeah.
So and
Yeah, that was
then
good.
the rest was just Smitty being Smitty.
Yeah. So Antoinette, let me ask you this, because I hate to keep talking about this because I know how rough that is. But with the assault situation, did that did that break your celibacy streak with the assault?
No. No, I broke my own celibacy streak before I joined comedy, and that was what that's what sent me back to the therapist because I broke my celibacy streak, and I had been starving, and somebody fed me a little something, something, and I was like, oh, this is everything I need. I didn't need a little bit more. I need more than what you give me. Need more than what you're giving me. Matter of fact, I think it was like, geez, maybe this the fifth or sixth time I slept with the person that they what it turned out to be the first time that they touched my clit, and it just like popped in my head all of a sudden, like, damn, I've been going crazy over this guy, and he hasn't even touched my clit in all these times
Mm.
we had sex. Like, how did he? How? And it was just,
So you was dealing with a narrow gentleman.
narrow. What do you? I
Less
don't follow what
girthy.
you mean. No, I'm talking about he never reached his hand down and touched
He
my
ain't
cootie
never.
cat
He's
with his
never.
long hand and played with my dilly piece. He didn't do that.
Okay.
You
And
know what?
Okay.
You know
I
what?
didn't
You know what?
realize he
You know
didn't do
what?
that
You
because
know
I had
what?
been starved
You know
and
what?
had not had sex in
What's
so
the name of the
long.
piece,
You know
Antoinette?
what?
My her diddly,
Yo,
Good Lord. I've never laughed so internally while talking about sexual assault and clits before. This is a first. Uh,
No, so yeah, I
Real
broke my
quick, I got some
own.
Father's Day cards. I just want to say, I just want to put out there. All right, go ahead, Antoinette, about your her diddly piece. Sounds some shit Heavy D would say.
I was like, I can't believe that. Like, touching it made me realize that he hadn't touched it before, and I was like, I've been going crazy about this guy and losing it over him. And so then I was like, well, let me, let me get some. First off, I wanted to get therapy because I was like, I keep trying to hang out the house, and hanging out at bars without being a comedian is dangerous and stupid. And then it's like I'm not really looking to take somebody home right away, but at the same time I want to meet somebody. I need to meet people. So it was the perfect time for me to get into therapy, and I was telling my therapist about how this guy hadn't even touched my hurt diddly, and I lost my mind about him and all this other stuff. And he was just laughing. And he was like, you need to get out of the house. Have you ever thought about taking a comedy course? And
oh,
so I came to comedy. I was doing comedy for maybe a month, telling jokes about growing up
And
in
then
white.
comedy start doing your ass. That's what
No, and
happens.
then
Shit.
comedian Dre, the man who had been in an accident of some sort, and lost 3 of his limbs or a lot of his limbs. He got up talking about his how he hadn't had no sex since what, and now Father's Day was coming up, and he was expecting to get some. And that's when I started to tell my story about celibacy. And it did not occur to me at the time because I was just beginning to get on stage, but getting on stage talking about how you ain't had no dick in a long time,
It
and
made you want a little meat, huh?
no, it made men. uh it put me on Front Street to a lot of people, like, oh, here's somebody who needs some dick. And it's like I need a little bit more than just dick. But yeah, it was putting myself in danger that I didn't realize I was doing. So the
You
kid
got
that
to sign
stalked
up for the
me,
Chicago Comedy Premium Package where you don't get ads because you got a lot of dick advertisements coming at you. You got to get the premium package.
yeah, something. You can't get on stage talking about your cootie cat and don't expect people to be like, okay, well, you said you ain't had none. I got some dick for you. And it's like, I didn't ask for your dick though. And it's like, so
I'm a
Wow.
yeah,
fuck
that's how I ended up. I
I'm a
feel like that
fuck
was what put me
comedian.
kind of in a. I didn't realize I was putting myself in a bad situation, telling the jokes the way that I was telling them in the beginning.
So, what would you suggest to another woman comedian?
Well,
And before you
well,
answer that, shout out again to Mo Good for her live, and she was talking about how great the women comedians of Chicago are doing. So, I think that you are in good company in a really great sorority of women.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think you might be
absolutely.
around too many niggas.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely, there's greatness in the room whenever I'm around Chicago female comedians. There's a lot of different spaces where I like to go, and I don't know, they're blowing it out the water at the mics. They're doing shows. Everything's going great. I think that you asked, yeah, what did you just ask me?
what advice would you give new
What
female?
advice would I give? Just be aware. Now, most women aren't as green as I was when I started, but still be aware that whatever you're saying about yourself is going into the ears of everybody in that audience, and it could be even more people past that. So just write your jokes so that you are Write your jokes with your safety in mind.
I just want to make sure that everybody's safe, man. There's so many comedians. Like, I mean, you could hire Mo Good. Mo Good, I feel like might whoop somebody ass for you if you pay her a nice price. You know, I think you should start gravitating more towards women comedians, honestly, and go that route. Because these brothers, I'm not saying they trying to run through you, but shit, if you've been
They
working on
are
the phone,
trying to run through you. That's what the fuck they do to any new bitch who's trying to come around. Everybody's trying to throw you some.
I don't mind that. I actually, you know, as a celibate person, you thrive off of that energy because the biggest thing is when everybody stop paying attention because everybody's like, she don't give up no pussy. You know, that's when it's like they start treating you like a nigga. They stop opening doors.
No,
you know what I'm
bitch,
saying?
like these niggas don't treat you like a bitch. No way, these niggas is broke. And half of them ain't funny. Like, baby, like, I'm telling you, don't fuck comedians. Once you get good, you're going to realize these niggas is not funny. And ain't nothing worse than fucking an ugly, unfunny nigga. Like,
I hear you. And that's good advice that you
Are you speaking from experience, NiNi? Has it happened?
No, never. But could you imagine you're ugly and unfunny? Like, what did God give you?
I gotta work from the pool of what God gives me to work with, and that means that I'm still not gonna fuck comedians.
Hey, shout out 38 D, man. NiNi crazy the motherfucker. Hey, she said, "You ugly and unfunny. What did God give you?" 38 D, what up? Hey, do you have any questions for Antoinette, man? Because you kind of put us in a situation where we went back to back like Drake and Meek Mill this week with a little bit of Chicago drama, man. Did you have any questions for Antoinette?
They all been answered, my nigga. Jesus Christ.
Alan wants to know if you know how to play the guitar behind yours. Is it just decoration, Antoinette? Is it just decoration?
What?
The guitar behind you. Do you know how to play it, or is it just decoration?
Oh my God!
I'm about to learn how to play it, but no, I'm not playing. I don't know how to play it yet.
All right. I love thrift stores too.
This shit is real cheap.
Oh my God.
I got a tuner and shit for it. I got music books. I can't put out a ditty right now, so I ain't gonna lie to you.
You say you play the guitar like a her diddly?
I said I can't play a ditty for you right now, so I'm not gonna act like I can play it. But it is a real musical instrument for that purpose. That's the point.
Oh my God!
I have hold downs at the farm. No, okay. The whole thing about not fucking these comedians, ain't gonna be no bees or monsters anyway. The point is that, first off, I need to let my name cool down anyway because it's embarrassing to be kicked out because somebody's wife thinks you fuck husbands. I don't fuck husbands. I do not fuck husbands, and that knocks a lot of comedians.
Cousins.
Huh?
I do.
Go ahead. I was just talking shit.
I don't because eventually one day I want to be married, and you know I know how I would treat a man who cheated on me, and I don't want to put nobody in that type of danger.
You got some.
Huh?
Don't mess it. Never mind.
Sally B say NiNi stressed.
If I was gonna fuck somebody to get ahead, it would have to be like Dave Chappelle, and I have to have like a letter of consent from his wife that this is okay that I'm doing this because it's just to get ahead.
Yeah, that's not your business. You worry about the wrong thing. That's his wife, not yours.
Yes, but I don't want to send Dave home to Mrs. Chappelle.
What Dave do?
And she's done poisoned his food. Now the whole world missing out on Dave Chappelle. Why? Because Antoinette Lewis had to go try to fuck him behind her back. No, you sending that man home to a woman who has access to him while he's passed out every night. You don't know she gonna tie his ass down to the bed, beat him with a 2x4.
You get the money in you, but you see.
I don't do. See, and that's the thing. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
In what's in the niggas' pockets as much as I'm checking niggas for their hearts. If you won't fuck multiple comedians if you check niggas for their hearts before their pockets or anything else. No.
You should have. You know, you fucked up at though. After that, you should have started with the white people open mics. That's what I think.
I did,
where you
and
should start.
look. Here's the thing: Black people have tried to ostracize me to the whiteness for my whole fucking life, just because I grew up around white people in my formative years. It's an accent that I can't get rid of, but it has nothing to do with my ideas, my goals in life, what I see in, as far as the future for myself.
You
I've
think
had
you
enough
sound
of
white?
them. I've had enough of white America. I'm a farmer. I've had the serious. Oh yeah, you need money for your farm because you got too many coons in your area, don't you? I bet coons are gonna eat up all your vegetables. I bet coons are gonna steal your watermelons. I've had that type of in your face racism.
What the
I
fuck
worked
was
on
you
people's
farming at?
farms.
Mississippi?
Where are you
That
from,
is the Cook
bro?
County. That is the Cook County USDA Farm Service Agency.
Are you from
Uh,
Illinois?
uh, Banker or whatever his job is. His name is Ron Burling, and that is what he does. And he sat there and he cooned me down just because I was asking him for money for my farm.
He said, "I
I'm
bet a
not.
bunch of coons are trying to attack your
I have
watermelons."
You like
withdrawn.
this
I withdrew
nigga?
from white comedy because I was tired of going to rooms by myself as a black woman. And this is the thing, because nobody's gonna tell white women that they need to go to more black clubs because even though they feel like they're being sexually harassed by the black guys, but they'll tell black women that in order to do good, you need to go up there and sit with these white comedians, these big ass white men comedians who are gonna be sitting there telling jokes about how they won't think that they should be able to say the N word, jokes about how they feel like they're turning into black guys because they woke up one day and all of a sudden they have 5 baby mamas. Just shit that it's like it's entirely too racist for you to be saying it with me in the audience, and it doesn't make me feel safe. And I'm told that I need to feel safe going out to these clubs with these racists, and then come back to the South Side by myself, knowing I don't have anybody to check in with, and I'm supposed to be cool with this. Like everybody wants me to be like this super brave ass superwoman who goes all over Chicago and performs in front of any type of a crowd. And that to me is chilling. It is scary. I'm a black woman. I feel safest around black people. Now, do black people do a little bit too much hating on one another? We all know that that is the
Shit,
case.
if I was you, I wouldn't feel safe around black people. Shit, all the shit you just said.
Like, Internet, your life sounds like a Lifetime movie, baby. It sounds like a Lifetime movie. I think it's the blouse. You got
To be at best.
It's for real. It's the business casual blouse. You gotta get
Yeah, I didn't know what y'all was gonna be wearing.
Yeah, bitch, you need to wear some
I could put on a
low
tank
top,
top right now,
Get
but
off that
Shit, you
Lifetime.
need to wear a gun.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, shit, that's some shit. That's what you need to wear. Damn.
Cussing
You know what?
these niggas out.
fat
I'm
chicks don't
telling
get
you,
sexually
all
assaulted
these
as
niggas
much.
is gay
And
queens.
I was a fat chick my whole life, and I think that
Ditto, bitch, but that don't got shit to do with you. Fat don't mean ugly or undesirable. Most niggas like a fat bitch, okay?
No, but
They
I
like
mean,
to
this is
apply
how
pussy.
this is going
Everybody
since I've
like a
lost the
little
weight.
pussy padding, okay? Most of these niggas got a fat pussy above their dick anyway.
Thank you, Sabrina. I give great advice, Sabrina says. And hey, real shit though, I haven't got a chance to see Straw yet, but apparently Chris Forte says this is Straw Part 2. And I have a feeling, based on the clips, that Taraji P. Henson went a little crazy in that motherfucker. I want to tell you, Antoinette, deep down in my heart, I have nothing but love for you. So when you flip the fuck out, I got nothing but love for you.
10 years of therapy, I ain't gonna flip out. I'm good.
Don't let this shape your experience. I would say stop fucking with comedians. If you gonna fuck them for dick. And I'm telling you, just ask the other female comedians who got the best dick and will point you in the right direction. Just don't be out here trying.
I heard this Rob Mayfield. I heard this Rob Mayfield, Antoinette. So if you try to, you like, they swing my way. That's what Rob say. You next. You already even practiced 6 times with the dick with the hand that didn't touch the clit. Her diddly. So Rob, remember, if you touch down with Antoinette, make sure you touch her diddly.
That is wild. Oh my god. This is
Antoinette, what's next for you? How do you come with the ashes?
Yes, please.
What?
Antoinette, you said yes, but I knew it was the motherfucking S-curl. Oh, you done curled your hair today, huh? You done curled your hair today, Rob. who said today you look a little extra biracial. Her eyes lit
I
up.
seen Rob out fucking you tonight. Rob was over there eye fucking you. I seen it.
What?
Both his
Wow.
eyes
This
on
cousin
straight.
was good.
I guess.
That's
Rob.
what I guess. What's up?
Rob, look at the camera real quick. He ain't even a
Oh
little
my
bit
God.
cockeyed. Look at that shit.
Man, this is
What do we
wild.
have going on
Both
here?
his eyes straight
This
What
is
we
why you
doing
got
here?
banned from Riddles. This is why
Right.
you got banned from Riddles. Bitch, you can't be doing this to me.
Hey, she over here seducing Rob, man. I'm over here playing, man. You can seduce Rob, man.
I ain't
Rob was in the
saying-
military. He unseducible.
I was in the military.
Oh shit, we got a connection. What they say on Balloon Pop, we got a match. Oh shit.
Rob, what's your percentage?
Oh shit! Wow.
So what was the question you had for Rob Antoinette? Because we
What's your
finna try and
percentage?
figure something out. Because
What
Rob
the
over
fuck
there.
y'all trying to figure out?
What's your percentage rating, Rob?
Percentage rate on what?
Your veteran percentage.
Nah, we ain't finna talk about that.
Oh, Rob got 90%, 90% disability. Come in, get that check, man.
I don't even know what y'all talking about. Percentage what?
Rob 90%.
Man, I ain't finna put that out how much I get for my disability.
She asking you about your birthday?
Yeah, talk about how much I get on my disability.
That nigga whole life is leisure, bitch. Okay, he 90%. Look at him over there. Don't got no worries in the world. Got a fucking big ass check. Only niggas with 90% or higher got money for pendants and shit. Okay, you see that?
Shit.
That's right. You don't ever see no black who ain't 90% or above.
Bruh, what type of power couple are we trying to make here? Two niggas with disability checks is not a power couple.
Oh my god!
What are we
You
doing?
can travel the United States and just hit up comedy clubs.
Y'all get y'all military discounts everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Just
Veterans Day weekend, we gonna
hey, thank you for the service. Hey, Antoinette, you look like you were in the Marines. You look like you was taking them down on the ground.
Active Army.
Okay. Be the best you could be.
I served in Korea. I say yo, 감사합니다.
What the fuck was that?
I thought last week was interesting. I didn't think we could.
Better every week, yo.
Every week.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So Antoinette, we started a little bit late, so we're gonna end just a little bit late. We got some segments that we need to run through real quick. I don't even think I'm gonna do scrolling and trolling this week. I want to. So I'm gonna let Rob tell y'all why he's mad while I try and figure out what I'm gonna do for scrolling and trolling. And we also got NiNi's notions coming up as well. Antoinette's still locked in with us. Y'all tune into the Parlay Podcast. Rob, tell them why you mad, man.
Man, Joe, I am mad about 150 things every day of the week. But man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm with my kids. We going through going to go get some ice cream. This old black, I don't call women bitches, but this bitch ran the stop sign and got mad at me because I stopped and rolled. So she got mad at me for running through a stop sign when she ran through a stop sign. She yelled out the window like, "You ran through a stop sign." I'm like, "Bitch, you ran through a stop sign." Like,
Both of y'all windows was down?
Yeah. I didn't understand that. I did a stop and roll. You ran through your stop sign to tell me I ran through a stop sign. I'm like, that had to be the weirdest interaction I ever had with somebody. Like, what the fuck is happening? I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone or some shit.
I don't care how expensive eggs are, man. I keep them with me, man, because when people do stupid shit in traffic, man, I throw eggs at them.
So I throw eggs. And we touched on it last week. I realized Jenny from Forrest Gump is the worst evil villain I've ever seen on TV. She's a piece of shit. She is a piece of shit. I recently just watched Forrest Gump again because I'm like, damn, I used to think this was a dramatic ass movie, but that shit is actually hilarious all the way through to me. Especially if you watch it when you high, that shit is hilarious. And Jenny
No,
was a piece of shit. Jenny was a piece of shit. She started off as his friend, and she wanted nothing but love and be loved. So she went around him looking for love and gave. Did she give him the HIV? Cause she had the HIV.
She didn't give it to Forrest, man. Forrest hit that one last time, and then he said, "I'm not a smart man, Johnny, but I know what love is."
Either way, she's a piece of shit.
Rob mad because he's out of Indiana.
That don't mean shit.
yeah. I was good to see Tom Hanks and Jenny reconnect in the movie here, though. That was a good touch,
that.
man.
Jenny was a piece of shit.
But I don't.
And she died on him and left him with that baby.
I don't think that was Forrest's baby, man. Forrest should have went on Maury. Real shit. So Antoinette left. Hopefully she'll come back in because I do got to get. While she's gone, let me pop it into scrolling and trolling because we still got NiNi's notions coming up. I got some wild shit for this scrolling and trolling.
Hold on. I just wanted to say, real quick, NiNi, I love you to death. I swear to God, I love you. This is crazy. I love you to death. Oh my God, I love NiNi to death. This is. Oh my God! I scrolling and trolling.
Okay, scrolling and trolling, man. We got Antoinette back in the building, man. Thank you so much for sending that to my inbox. So this week, scrolling and trolling. First and foremost, happy Father's Day, everybody. We didn't really tap much into that. We had to talk to Antoinette about some real shit. So it's also Juneteenth coming up. Make sure y'all tap in with your peoples for that. Yo. Mental Health Awareness Month, right?
Yeah.
That's what's going on. I'm going to share something there, but this is some wild shit, yo.
This shit was wild.
This some wild shit, y'all. I got this off Facebook. And remember, whenever I do scrolling and trolling, if you got an Earth by your name, I'm going to share the shit. And I promise, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, through Just Jeff, I said, now the person on the screen is comedian Kelvin Wayne. So I said a few weeks ago that I do apologize for taking part in whatever attack was on Kelvin Wayne. Okay. But then this shit shows up on social media, and I feel like now we back to where we fucking started. So, Rob, are you in any groups? NiNi, are you in any groups? Antoinette, any groups on Facebook? I'll reshare this in just a moment. But let me ask.
Go over there. That's
No, I'm not in
Facebook's shenanigans.
No, I'm not any real groups. I just follow all comedians on Facebook. I just follow everybody.
So it's a group on Facebook. Are we dating the same guy, right? So it's this group called Are We Dating the Same Guy? And this is the wildest complaint I ever seen in my entire life. It says at the end, well, it basically say he gives me bum vibes. It was saying that he lived with his father, he has no car, etc. I don't know. He's funny, sweet, and seems genuine. You can't say that much negative shit about somebody and then end with that. What? But man,
that's an old ass picture. That's an old ass picture.
What you say? He bigger than that now?
One more time, NiNi.
How you know it's old? He bigger than that now, or he's small? I thought he got smaller.
He dark skinned.
No, it's just he got more facial hair or something. That you can look at that and see that's an old picture.
This shit started floating around. Like I was trying to leave this alone so much, but this shit just kept showing up on my news feed, and I was like, you know what? This is nothing. But the universe telling me to share this on the Parlay Podcast. Y'all got to be careful out there.
I'm trying to figure out how long has that shit been up there? Like that's crazy that he's even up there. Like what the fuck are you
in that group, Bobby? How are you a part of the group? Or am I dating? Aren't you a married man, Bobby?
I'm not. That's the crazy part. I'm not. Somebody took a screenshot, and next thing I know, this shit started floating around the Chicago comedy news feed circuit, And I was like, damn, they put my boy Kelvin Wayne out there like that. They talking
Yeah,
about this
man,
nigga
this was
bum
yeah.
vibes.
Everybody seen this shit on Facebook. Everybody seen this shit on Facebook. So I'm trying to figure out like how did you end up on some shit like that? Like who are you fucking with to where they found a picture of you and here we are talking about shit. How the fuck did you end up there?
I'm gonna tell you, he got me blocked on all social media platforms. So I was surprised to see his face because after the whole Gerald Kelly situation that transpired back in June of 2024, I never thought I was gonna see him on social media again. Next thing I know, it's Christmas.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is crazy.
just be careful in those social media groups. NiNi, we're gonna end it out with your notion, man, because we allow Antoinette Lewis, who we definitely appreciate, to come on the show and share her story.
Yes.
Parlay Podcast. If y'all just tuning in, make sure y'all start from the beginning and hear Antoinette Lewis's story. You say you only been in the game for a little over a year now, and it sounds like you've had an army style comedy career. Unmute yourself, Antoinette. Unmute yourself, man. Are you better not be playing with your herd diddly while you muted over there.
I say I'm going at comedy very hard. I feel like I got to comedy late in life. Everybody else who's my age has been in it for 10 years, and so I have made it like a first priority. I'm 100% veteran VA disabled, so I
Say that
was
again.
able.
Say it one more time slowly, Antoinette. Let a motherfucker hear it. Say it again.
I'm 100% VA disabled, and so I've decided that means I get to dedicate 100% effort towards comedy, and that's what I'm trying to do to play catch up. And
You don't have to
in
catch
doing
up.
so,
You joined it at the right time. You don't have to catch up. Comedy comes to you when it's supposed to.
Fact.
Real shit, man. Tell her, NiNi, because I mean, I used to low key. I used to be like a hip hop artist, man. I used to try and like be a rapper, and I realized that rappers got like an expiration date. That shit look weird when a 40-year-old nigga is out there rapping. But when it come to comedy, you could be 90 and get on stage for the first time, and don't nobody give a fuck.
Facts.
I don't know, females and Hollywood, it's a little bit different.
Don't worry about that shit. All of that shit's getting exposed. You are here to connect to the people who are in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah, real shit, man. Hey, that's another thing. Thank you, NiNi, for mentioning that too. Like, stop trying to perform for your coworkers, man. I've worked at a job for 13 years. I work a job and I do stand up. Had a great show last night. Again, shout out to the people out in Darien at Q's Bar. Shout out to Smooth. But I've kept a job and done stand up comedy successfully for a while now, and I perform for my motherfucking audience. Like, I'm working customer service. I perform for that motherfucking customer that's on the other line of that motherfucking phone. My coworkers don't even know my middle name. They don't know my college resume. They don't know nothing about me. So fuck your coworkers, not literally, Antoinette, of course, because you got that free Willy pussy down there that just got free. But I'm gonna tell you, don't do it.
You sound like big pussy.
What's wrong with that?
Bitches like big pussy, baby.
I mean, Free Willy. Okay. It sound like
30 this year. I've been up and coming comic for 24 years. Hilarious. But no, just try and perform for your audience, man. Your coworkers are your coworkers. If you can get along with them, great. If not, also great. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Them not your friends. Fuck them people at that time. Them not your friends.
You're right.
Every comedian is not your friend. I know we do a job where shit is funny and we're laughing, so you feel a sense of intimacy when you share laughter with people. That is why people love comedy, because it makes you feel a sense of closeness, right? When you can find humor in the same things. But remember, these motherfuckers is strangers. Capital on, heavy on the strange, okay? A lot of these comedians are
heavy on the strange. No, you're right, though. You're right. NiNi, while we got your voice in motion, what's the notion?
Hi, guys. Okay. NiNi's notions this week. It is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So I'm still gonna talk about men because I fuck men majority of the time. Right? I am a part-time lesbian. I need to get some more coochie. My stuff is finna expire. So, you know.
Gotta get your card punched.
Yeah. So anyway, men. I do this thing on my page, Instagram. NiNi does NiNi. If you need to follow me on the Instagram. And it's why don't we talk anymore? And this is why don't we talk anymore? My most recently one was why don't we talk anymore? And I said because you have a weak pelvic floor, sir, and you like to laugh a lot. So you smell a little bit like urine all the time, Mr. Peabody. You stink a little bit. You smell homeless. A little bit. You smell like urine, sir. A lot of you niggas don't do Kegels. Let me tell you something. You niggas need to do Kegels. When you laugh, a little pee shouldn't be at the tip of your dick all the time. What's wrong with you, drippy, sir? What's wrong? It's a faucet. It's leaking down there. You gotta tell somebody. That's not right. All your shit smell a little like pee-pee and it's coming through. Like, I know if you can smell it, somebody else can smell it. That's what we used to tell bitches when you get, like, when you young, right? And your coochie is changing and your period is coming. And you, baby, if you can smell it, somebody else can smell it. Same with you, gentlemen. Y'all stink a little bit like urine because you don't do no Kegels. That dick floor. The pelvic floor on the inside is weak, sir. It's weak. You can't make that dick jump even if you're coughing, sir. What's wrong with you? If I say lift your dick up right now, you're going to concentrate real hard. Sir, your pelvic floor is just terribly. The bar is low. This is why your baby mama ugly, because you got a weak pelvic floor.
What the fuck? What is a pelvic floor?
I'm just saying the weak pelvic floor probably has weak boundaries and weak decision-making skills and everything. Your dick is weak, sir. You should be able to lift up a book, a dictionary with that dick, okay? You should be able to tap that thing up and down, up and down. A lot of y'all are so concerned with, you know, what women do and a woman going 50-50 and everything. You forgot to do your Kegels. Okay?
Is that the machine at the gym?
Right now, I do Kegel stocking. I'm squeezing my inner coochie right now. I'm doing it to the Macarena song right now. You niggas need to be doing your Kegels. Start cut. What are Kegels? Rob and Bobby, what are Kegels?
I'm still trying to figure out what a pelvic floor is.
Kegels is when you tighten your coochie muscles.
Is it only for women? Is it only coochie muscles?
As far as my knowledge,
no,
yeah.
Men do it. So Kegels for men. You know when you pee-peeing, right? And you need to cut your pee off when y'all scared. You have to cut your pee off real quick, and you squeeze. Do you cut your pee off? Can you cut your pee off?
Oh, yeah, I'm good at that. You know how many times I pee outside and the police come and I can stop?
Right,
like,
that squeezing, that internal squeezing, that's your pelvic floor, that muscle. And a lot of you pelvic floor is weak. Y'all can't even cut your pee off if you wanted to, you drippy niggas. You smell homeless, okay? You smell houseless. You smell a little like urine.
So how could...
I'm sorry, Rob. Not you. I'm sorry. I wasn't talking about Rob.
Hey,
muscles that hold everything in down there. And they go from the front pubic bone to your tailbone and they hold everything up and in.
Right? You gotta squeeze.
I'm concerned.
Bobby, do you make your dick jump?
No, women do.
No. Can you do it on command?
Oh, yeah, I can.
Can you do it? Can you lift up something with it? Can you do it weighted?
I've never tried. But you know what? You get me something to do this week.
You need to start putting a little book at the end of the desk or the end of a table, and then you need to be tapping the end of that book and lifting it up at least 100 times a day. Bobby,
Hey, you know
a
what?
man of a certain age, that dick is weak if you can't do that.
I never thought about doing it, but I'm gonna do it now.
You have to. This you have to. Just a lot of y'all wasn't raised right.
I gotta get Rob back up in here, man. Rob left right when it got hot. It got too hot for me, Rob. Did you see what just happened?
No, man, my shit started breaking up. I couldn't hear nothing nobody was saying.
Hey, ask Mr. LeCraig. He wants you to ask him about his dick curls. Okay?
What the fuck is what? Why would I want to ask him about his dick girl?
No, NiNi, look, man, while your phone was buffering, you left me here by myself with these two women, and NiNi attacked me, bro.
I didn't attack. I just asked about your dick ability.
Oh,
if your dick abilities are not, can you? Okay, Rob, can you make your dick jump on command?
What's that?
Jump. Can you make your dick
What, like
jump
right now?
on command?
Yeah, I can make my dick jump.
Right now?
I mean, you can jump. Like, you don't
What
gotta make
you mean right now?
But
Yeah,
you can
I can make my dick jump. Yeah.
Can you do it? Do you think you can lift up an object like a book or something with it?
I don't know. I ain't never tried this shit.
Yeah, so this
but I think I can. Yeah.
That's a Kegel is just making your dick jump, or the same as cutting your pee off, right? Tightening that pelvic floor, that inner muscle, right? But making your dick jump also is the exercise that you can do. You can put a book at the end of the table. Don't start with no dictionary. Your dick is weak. Start with like a magazine.
Why would you start with a dictionary?
I don't know. You dumb. Okay.
I think I could do this one. I could definitely get this book.
Do some little. All right.
Listen, I can get this one.
You're supposed to lift it up and raise it as it's off the end of the table. You're just lifting it up and raising it 100 times. You should be able to do 100 times a day.
Hey, Rob, Sabrina said videotape yourself doing it and send her a video of her doing it.
Sabrina said that.
And Alan wants to know, NiNi, what the hell does this have to do with men's mental health?
A strong mind. A strong pelvic floor is a strong mind. A strong pelvic floor means you can laugh and not smell homeless, because a lot of you comedians don't understand that bitches find you funny but very much don't want to talk to you because you like to chuckle and you have a weak pelvic floor, so you smell like pee, homeless.
How would you feel if men started wearing panty liners? You know, maybe they could wear panty liners.
You gotta do what you have to do, Mr. Depends. I don't care. If you're wearing a pad, I'm not fucking you. Okay?
Yeah.
That's a fucked up problem to have. You know somebody like that?
Alex said so nothing. Oh my God. As usual. Fantastic notion. Fantastic notion.
I tried.
Men should stop laughing. That's basically what we got out of that. Stop laughing.
Your Kegels. If you want to laugh, that's fine, but earn the laughter, okay? Mm-hmm. You out here with these fucking weak ass pelvic floors. You don't got no muscles. You at least need to have a strong pelvic floor. Something need to be strong about you. What the fuck?
They could have had the same underwear on from yesterday, and when men don't wipe themselves when they pee, so it could have been post drip that you were smelling on some yesterday's drawers.
That's a lot.
That's a possibility. Again, Antoinette, we loved having you here. NiNi, thank you so much for the notion. Antoinette, what do you have coming up as far as comedy shows? I know you had to cancel the show on the 12th. You had a whole bunch of nasty shit that was going on that night. And you had to cancel it.
Postpone. It's going to be postponed. Because that show is coming back. Ha-Has and Hard Bodies is going to be the shit in the south suburbs. And then we're going to take it around. But I still have other shows I'm going to be on. Just follow me on social media, because also I do feel like it's imperative to do more than just, shit. If comedy is gonna reject me, then I need to find other places to move around. But stay focused. Watch my my YouTube, watch my Facebook, and stay up to date on the shows that I'm gonna be on coming up. best answer.
Hey, this nigga said I can't fit none of the jerseys I got on my wall. That's hilarious, man. He right too. I just got him for decoration, just like Antoinette's guitar. Make sure you do follow Antoinette Lewis on all social media, and she under the Sam Jackson action, so you got to say the middle initial, Antoinette M. Lewis. They say mental health is attached to your wealth. That is definite. Make sure y'all do something for the mental health month. I seen some shit recently, like it's supposed to be like the logo for mental health. That looked kind of weird, just like a whole bunch of men in a circle holding on to each other's penises. Did y'all see this shit?
And this is proving NiNi's point that niggas is gay, bro. Why would that be your logo?
Yeah, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is like the worst logo I've ever seen for mental health.
That's a logo for a circle joke. Nah.
Yeah,
yes.
man. Look at that.
No.
That's what I'm talking about. A good circle jerk.
How's this mental health, man? I ain't never been in a circle and it made my mind feel better.
It's good mental health for somebody who's hiding their true identity.
No dick left behind.
All right. Well, this is that time of the show where I usually just mute my mic and let Rob and NiNi take over for the hand because I think I've said enough for the day. I'll throw a few of these comments up, but Mike's muted. Make sure y'all check out OJ Lamont. OJ Lamont will be doing his special. So make sure y'all follow that. Make sure y'all follow Leave Out a Comedian. He will be at the Celebrity Lounge on July 5th. I'm going to be opening up along with Shamika Finley, hosted by L. Williams. I believe Ronnie George is also going to be on that show. Make sure y'all tap in. Follow Leave Out a Comedian for that. What the hell? All right, I'm gone. Take him out, Rob.
All right, man. Peace, Bobby, man. I just did a pre-Father's Day show the other day. That was really dope. Me, Raysky, Mr. LeCraig, and Carlton Jones. It was a very dope Father's Day show that I was on, man. I closed it out. Emerald Green did a guest spot. She actually cracked that bitch open, man. Shout out to Emerald Green. Cause she hit me up like, yo, can I get a guest spot? She came through, rocked that shit. Of course, she was selling her edibles, which I always popping. I'm doing my Phoenix, Arizona show June 25th, so I'm excited about that. It's Father's Day. I got to spend it with my daughters, my hugger muggers in there. They in there kicking it. That's all I got. What's going on, NiNi?
I ain't really doing shit, y'all. I did some private stuff.
How was the Ask a Comedian on Friday, man? Y'all got down.
We had a good time.
Then you had a Backyard Boogie show.
Huh?
What about the Backyard Boogie show? You don't think I follow and pay attention, man? You had a whole little Backyard Boogie show you did.
That was fun. That private event, it was like a Father's Day event I did yesterday. It was myself and I got Tiny and I got Chevy also. And this how you know Chevy a real hoe, because we was all the way out there in Pleasantville somewhere and she knew somebody there. Some motherfucker from 30 years. I said, he was like, oh, Chevy with the hoe stroll. I said,
hey, Chevy Debbie. I love Chevy. Hey, shout out to Chevy, man.
Real one.
Make sure y'all do follow NiNi, the comedian. She is part of the production crew for Ask a Comedian. So if y'all need any information about that, it's hosted by Kyrie the Comic. So make sure y'all do follow.
Friday at 10 p.m. at this week, next week as well. We're going to be at Second City up in the Den. So if you want some more information, just follow me on my page. Also, if you want a haircut, come and get a haircut by me. I do a very nice job.
Man, that's dope. Oh, man, I appreciate it. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Get that back down. I just wanted to share this piece, man. It is Father's Day. I wanted to share one of the best moments I've ever had, aside from him being born. When I got married, my son was my best man. So this was us actually walking into the
oh, that's nice.
Walking towards the altar. So this was me and my son. He was my best man. It was super dope. One of the best moments of being a father. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Make sure y'all do celebrate Juneteenth thoroughly, man. You know, we get away with hate crimes that day too. So if you need to do a purge, do a purge. That's about it.
Man, and I know that feeling, Bobby, because I was the best man at my dad's wedding too when he married my stepmom. So I know that feeling, bro. That shit's dope.
Got Ronnie George. I appreciate it, man. That was just like one of the best feelings I ever had, man. Like just walking down the aisle with my son. We did the rehearsal and all that other stuff, and we just had fun. The day before, instead of having a bachelor party, we had like a chicken wing eating contest and shit. It was, and I talk about it on stage because it's true. It's true. I don't do strip clubs. Chicken wing eating contest the day before the day before my wife and I got married. My son and I did a chicken wing eating contest, and then during the wedding, I took all of these pictures, and I looked inflamed than a motherfucker, man. But that was fun.
That's dope.
Bob and Rob. Hey, Ronnie, man, I'm sure you did a great job. Ronnie, you got to sign my poster from last night too, man. So it's in the back of the car right now. Antoinette, unmute your mic real quick, man, because you just came through here with some shit I'm gonna have to answer for tomorrow.
You and me both. Shit.
You know, Antoinette, you did great telling your story. I'm sorry about the whole essay situation.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that.
You know, I hate that happened, but I want you to continue to flourish in your creative space that you're in, and just protect yourself. Practice a little bit more discernment, and I hope that you, Smitty, and the Riddles establishment could find yourselves back into a place where you could go there and be welcome.
I'm not the one who has a problem with them. So.
And if y'all did not hear what she said at first, though, make sure y'all start from the beginning. We love the views. All right, I'm going for real this time, y'all. Peace and love.
Bye, y'all.